This video is going to look at using Google Keep for a quick note-taking app on our iPads. A lot of times we're out on an accident scene, house fire, or just need something quick to take a quick note on. Trying to, again, keep everything on the iPads. They're all in one spot, so when we get back, everything's in one spot. So Google Keep is the yellow icon here. It has a light bulb on it. The icon, like a lot of the icons that we use on a regular basis, may show up down at the bottom. You'll see here is Google Keep, but it also will show up here. So by clicking on the icon, we open up Google Keep, and the first thing we would do if we want to take just a quick note and type is down at the bottom right corner, there's a plus button. By clicking on that, it opens up a new note, brings up our keypad, and we can type a note. So if we need a note, this is a quick way to take notes. So I can type a note, I can, the keypad works just as normal, and take as many things as I want. If you're not wanting to type, there's a way that you can use your finger. This is the way to take a note typing. If I want to get rid of the keyboard, down at the bottom right corner on any iPad, when the keyboard pops up, if you want to get the keyboard out of the screen, the bottom right corner, we can click that and the keyboard will disappear and we can see more of the entire note. If we are done taking a note, there is no save button. Like many apps, when I go to this top left corner and I click the back arrow, it's automatically going to save. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then it puts my note here ready to click again. If I decide, oh, I need to add something to that, I want to modify it, I can just simply click on it and the note will pop up. And by clicking with my finger in anywhere in the area of the note, I can then start typing again. So that is how to take a quick note using the keypad. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on there by just clicking my back arrow to save it back. The next way you can do it if you want to use your finger, and it's pretty accurate. You have to slow down maybe a little bit than you would with a pencil or a pen, but down at the bottom it looks like a pen, or maybe I think kind of looks like a candle on its side. By clicking that, it allows us, it'll actually open a screen and it looks similar to a note. However, you'll see that across the bottom it opens up automatically with a pen. So this is the pen icon. If I click right on the blue bar at the bottom, it pops up and it shows me what color of pen I'm using. Right now it's black, and then it gives me the different thicknesses. I've tried the different thicknesses, and for using your finger, this seems to work the best to be able to read it. It's not too thin as to the point it looks like it's hard to read, and as you get these, it's almost like trying to write with a crayon. This next icon over, if I click on that, is actually a marker. Again, I can click on the blue line, will bring that bottom page up, that box up, so you can see it's a green marker in a thicker line. And if I click on the next one over, that's actually a highlighter. So if you need those, by default, it's automatically going to come up on the pen. To the left of the pen, that comes up, and that is the eraser. So I can click on it once and I can use my finger to do erasing, or if I click the blue line and I've made a mistake on the whole page or something, I can click clear page and it'll clear the entire page. When I click on the pen at the bottom, and it will come up as default, I can take a note. So I can write with my finger. I could also jot down maybe a phone number. I could also jot down, a VIN number of a car. and so on and so forth. Um, Again, there is no save button, so if I want to hold this note, I just go back up to the top left corner and I click the arrow to take the back. Down at the bottom, it will allow me to type a title. I can also click down where it says note with my finger and actually allow me to type. So if I did want to add something quick that I'm using my finger, but also wanted to put some text, typing something so that I for sure can read it, I can do that as well. So I'm going to get out of this by clicking the arrow, back arrow, and you'll see that I have the two notes in my system. And if I want to get out of this app, I just double click on the black button on the bottom of the iPad. So you can't see it on the screen, but the button that you double click to get out, to swipe off your apps, I can click that once. It'll take me back to the home screen. So just a short tutorial on using Google Keep. I'm going to go back in again and show you where you can get rid of these notes. So when we come back to the station, or you can click on Google Keep, it'll bring up any notes that are stored. Again, the nice thing with the iPads and using the Google, all of the notes that are taken on one iPad will transfer to any other iPad. They're automatically synced. So in the case of if Rescue 5 took a note and the iPad got put back in 5, as long as that iPad is turned on, it'll sync to all the other iPads, so that note then can be seen by any of the iPads from the trucks at Station 1 if that's where the report is being done. To get back into the report, I bring that, or excuse me, get back into that note. I can click on it, brings the note up. When I'm done with the note, getting the information off that I need, the three buttons down here at the bottom, the three dots, I click on that and it gives me an opportunity to say delete, make a copy, or send is really all we're going to get into. So I can click delete if I needed to. I don't know if we really would need to ever make a copy, but you could. And if I click on send, it will allow me to use Gmail to send an email. I could save it to Adobe if I needed to. Generally, these are going to be things that we don't really need to keep. They're going to be things that we're going to use and then get rid of. So I'm going to click on those three buttons and I'm going to click delete, and that note is gone. I'm going to click on this is a quick way to take notes, and the three buttons, and delete. Those are deleted from all of the iPads, and we're ready for the next run. I can double click on the button on the right side, just as we do to close the I am responding, and I swipe up to close the app. So this has been a quick tutorial on using Google Keep. As always, if there are any questions, please let me know. And feel free to, if you're at the station and want to grab an iPad, you know, the best way to learn these apps are by using them and playing around with them. So please let me know if you have any questions, but that will conclude this tutorial on using Google Keep.